Hey everyone, it's Donnie with Dota Alchemy. Thanks for tuning in again today. I just wanted to let you know that we've got a great video for you today. It's going to be on kind of finding your role in the game, and I think it's going to help a lot of you kind of figure things out as you grind it out in the pubs. And I also wanted to let you know that you should definitely stay to the end of the video because we will have some details on a giveaway that we're doing for the next week while we kind of watch all these exciting qualifier games and watch the last big event in the Dota universe before TI happens. So stay to the end of the video. There will be some details about how to enter the giveaway, how to win some awesome Arcanas, and I hope you enjoy the video. Today's video is going to be on a topic that I think is interesting to think about. It came to me in a pub recently and resulted in me going on a huge win streak and ranking up and gaining a bunch of MMR in like a 2-day period. And so I just wanted to share it with you guys because I thought it was sort of an interesting concept and a way to approach the game that really had a lot of benefits for me personally. So we get a lot of questions about what hero should I play? What hero is strong in this patch? What is the best hero for me to gain MMR with? How do I rank up? What hero should I spam? And if you've watched any of my other content, I say that you should play what you're comfortable with a lot. This experience that I had recently was that I'd been playing a lot of carry. I've been playing a lot of safe lane because I wanted to get better at some of the heroes, and also one of my favorite heroes, Bloodseeker, is very popular. And so I've been playing a lot of safe lane just because I felt like it was giving me the most control over the game, and I just wanted to continue to experience that. But then after a while, I started losing a lot of games, and I felt like I wasn't necessarily having as much impact as I would like. And it started to get really frustrating, and I think this is something that a lot of people experience, is that they play and something that they're doing works, and they're winning games, and then suddenly it stops working. And so naturally the first thing is to blame their teammates, because if it had worked in the past, why isn't it working now? And while some of that might actually have to do with having, you know, bad teammates, maybe a string of bad teammates, maybe a string of bad drafts, a lot of it also has to do with just kind of getting stale, and maybe suddenly you're just not doing the things that you were doing originally, all the small little things. Maybe your last hitting has just kind of gotten lazy. There's a lot of little factors that go into playing well in a game of Dota, and you have to do them all well if you want to continue winning, especially as you're ranking up. I was picking these heroes and not winning when I felt like I should be winning, and so I just decided to stop playing safe lane carry, because the biggest issue that I felt our team was having in like most of the games was that we'd end the kind of early to mid part of the game, and then all of the wards on the map would still be on our side of the map. And that makes it really hard to play the game, because if you are trying to, push out the waves, then you need vision, because if you're just pushing blindly, there's a very good chance that you're going to get ganked. And if you are the only one pushing the waves out, and you're the only one showing on the map, and the rest of your team is just kind of farming the jungle or just sitting around on your side of the map, which is a very common experience in a lot of pubs, it's really hard to get anything done. So what I did is I just started playing a lot of support, because controlling the vision game was going to allow me to better control the actual outcome of the game, because it's just natural for players to want to play around vision. As a support player, you can basically dictate the parts of the map that are okay to be in for your team. And so basically I was having this experience of not really being able to transition from the early game into the mid game into the late game, because our vision was just static, like at the mid lane, just watching the river pretty much, and never really being placed aggressively, because a lot of supports are too afraid to go there and die, or they don't really understand that you can smoke and go place aggressive vision to, force your team to play aggressively. And sure, as a carry player, you can buy the wards, and like that's what you have to do if you really want to push the game forward, is you will end up having to buy your vision and placing it where you want to go to protect yourself. That's just something that you're going to have to do in pub games. But for me, when I was playing carry, I don't know, either I was forgetting to do this, or I was just too frustrated to do this. And so I just decided to start playing support, because then I could actually really control the vision game. And that's kind of what this whole video is about, is that when somebody asks, what hero should I play? What's the strongest hero to spam to gain MMR? How should I rank up? The answer is really, it's not a hero. It's what is the strongest play style for you. And that can actually change. It really is about playstyle. And within that playstyle, you'll have certain heroes that do that playstyle better. So for me, I'm having a lot of luck and I'm having a lot of confidence in the games when I can pick a support that will help my carry in lane. You know, whether it's my carry is bad, or they didn't buy enough regen, or it's just a hard lane. My carry is fine, but it's just a hard lane. If I pick a hero like a Warlock, for example, I can just sustain the carry through the lane for the most part. Unless they make some like absolutely egregious mistake, there's almost no reason for them to die. So most of the time they don't, because I just shadow word, shadow word, shadow word, shadow word, keep them alive. I harass the other team that's trying to pressure my carry. I just do my best to kind of just keep them alive, knowing that once I get level 6, we can fight, just because Warlock, you don't need any items to have a big impact in any team fight. And basically what would just happen is then I would spend all of my gold on wards and just kind of go from like, all right, let's take this tower now, and then buy a smoke, buy a couple wards and a sentry, smoke into the objective that I want to take, drop a couple wards around it so I control this small area of the map really, really well. Team feels comfortable, push the objective. If they happen to fight us, we have great vision, which allows us to fight better, and I have, you know, this game-changing ultimate that allows us to fight regardless of my level of farm. And this style of play has made me feel really, really comfortable, because I don't feel like I have the responsibility of, you know, constantly farming, being the most farmed hero on the map. You know, it's my job to basically just sit behind my core and keep them alive. And to me, that makes it a very straightforward game, which allows me to then focus on looking at the map, you know, deciding where wards should go, thinking about what the next objective should be. And it also allows me to kind of communicate with my team. We should go here. Let's do this next, because I have a much better picture of what's going on in the game, because I'm able to focus on what's going on in the game more than I have to focus on getting last hits and being efficient and collecting farm and not dying. It's okay if the support dies occasionally because you are getting wards on the map. It's not okay if you're a carry trying to place wards on the map so you can farm and then you die. That's bad. So basically all I'm trying to say is that, well, there are certain heroes that are very strong in the meta, and we're going to continue to cover those on this channel. There's also something to be said about finding the playstyle that suits you the best. Are you somebody that really wants to kill things and just like, that's all you want to do is create space by pressuring people with kills? Sure, then pick something like Skywrath Mage, or I don't know, Bounty Hunter, or Sand King. You know, one of these heroes that can set up kills constantly over and over and over and over. Are you somebody that really just want to get your farm up and you have really good mid and late game decision making? Then, you know, maybe you play something like a Luna or a Morphling or one of these stronger late game carries where that is your playstyle. That's the comfortable playstyle for you. There's always fairly strong heroes in all the roles. It's just a matter of figuring out what playstyle suits you best and then figuring out what heroes in that playstyle are strong in the meta. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much, but I just thought it was kind of an interesting concept that I didn't fully understand until I kind of experienced it firsthand, of switching roles, figuring out that I was more comfortable in one playstyle than another, for me to actually kind of put it into words. And so I just wanted to share that with you. I hope it helps you guys figure out what your role is in the games, and let me know in the comment section below what your favorite style of play is, and I'd be happy to suggest you some heroes that will fit in that playstyle if you're not familiar with them already. Alright guys, we'll see you next time, and thanks for tuning in. Hey everyone, it's Donnie again. I'm just showing you what we are giving away for this giveaway in honor of the TI regional qualifiers. You have a chance to win one of 3 different Arcanas. There will be 3 different winners, all chosen at the end of the qualifiers when we know who all of the TI teams are. And all you have to do is go to the link in the description below, click on it, and there are 4 different ways to enter, and you can enter in all 4 of them if you would like to.